Hello, how you doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're comfortable. I hope this is a good time for you. You want to sit down and maybe get a drink, put the headphones on, get comfortable. And we'll jump right into it. So, English fluency is a topic that lots of students ask me about. I get questions about how long is it going to take, how do I get there, and lots of other surrounding questions. And first of all, what I say to my students is, I got to give you credit. I got to give respect to you guys. As a second language, English is very challenging. It's confusing and complex. Even for us English language natural speakers ourselves, we are always making mistakes. I think nobody really understands grammar unless you're teaching it. You know, maybe an English teacher. But it's something we take for granted that actually for you guys that's learning this, I commend you. I take my hat off. It's a really difficult task. Now, and I'm becoming more and more aware just how crazy and mad the stupid English language is, and also brilliant. But from a learning perspective, it is very confusing and complex. So I give you credit for that. The second thing I want to say is that you need to relax a little bit in regards to knowing the language. It will take time, and I've got some great ways to help you get there faster. But give yourself a break. Some of you guys are too harshly judging yourself. It's fine. It's fine. We know this is a second language, so relax. You know, we're not judging you. Everyday people are not judging you. It's fine. Just relax. So, I want to help you get fluent quicker. Now, the crux of it is, like any other skill you learn, it's going to take time. And that's time to build up the muscle memory. Right, so we're going to break it down. English fluency is achieved by reprogramming your brain, all right? Not by the old traditional methods of rote, you know, repeating over and over and over and over and over and over. But reprogram your brain for 3 or 4 different avenues or directions. Okay, so the core message here is the barrier to speaking is not a lack of knowledge. You've got a lot of knowledge back here in the back of your brain. You guys know a lot of English. But getting it to the front, like from the hard drive to the RAM, getting it forward, can be challenging, can be difficult. Not just because of the psychological aspects, which I'll cover in another video. Fear, anxiety, flight or fight, and judgment of yourself. So not just that psychological side of it, but also the muscle memory, overthinking, and translating your message back and forth. It's really tiring for the brain. That's probably why you should build up your English practice. Lots of people at the beginning try to do 3, 4, 5 hours in a row of learning English and absorbing it. And it's really, really tiring. So in the beginning, just start off with smaller chunks and build up to longer learning of English. It's going to take time, and your muscle needs to get bigger and stronger. Just like if you were lifting weights. You'd start off with small weights, and you would do it not so regularly, but small amounts, and you'd build up and build up and build up. All right, so let's break it down. 3 key points, and I'll give you some tips at the end. Number 1, muscle memory, all right? So now I have a story, the story of the pottery teacher. So it's said that the pottery teacher had a class of 50 students. And he said, I'll break you into 2 halves, 25% on this side, 25% on that side. And he said, okay, to group A, this 25, what I want you to do is make one amazing final piece for the exam. All right, this is your exam piece for the project. I want you to make one amazing, perfect, outstanding piece of pottery to present. That's all, just one piece. And to the second group, he said, I want you to make one single piece of pottery every single day. The exam was in 3 months. So every single day they had to make one piece of pottery. That's it. So when it came to exam time, 3 months later, as you probably already guessed, those that created one masterpiece, one amazing piece for their exam at the end, their results were terrible, awful. He had to fail them all. They were terrible. But the other group that had made 90 or so pieces of pottery was amazing. Their level of expertise in skills were far superior. So the moral of the story here from the pottery teacher is that building up one at a time compared to waiting till the end and thinking about the end project, doing one at a time is going to give you a far superior result than just having the one. Another way you could look at this is maybe the first YouTube video you ever made. It was awful. Mine certainly was. Topography, the landscape, but the people are very friendly, very relaxed. And I know we say that about everywhere in the UK, that people are very friendly. There's lots of different things I've done over the years that the first time was awful. My first speech, my first YouTube video, my first intimate time with a woman. All these things take practice to get good at. You have to start at the beginning and accept you're going to be rubbish. Accept you'll probably get laughed at. That's fine. You have to accept you're beginning and starting and fumbling and terrible. You have to accept that. That's part of growth. If you didn't, you wouldn't be anywhere. When you first started walking, obviously there's not many people teasing you at that time. But when you learn other skills like playing football in the playground or writing, all these things take time, muscle memory. All right, moving on to the next point. Overthinking. Overthinking is a problem we all have. We all overthink far too much. We get stuck inside our own head and our thoughts go round and round and we judge ourselves and we just can't seem to get out of this loop, this rut of thinking bad things and judging ourselves and thinking that other people are judging us. So the best way to deal with that is to let go and move into a flow state. Now, what's a flow state, I hear you ask? You ever see a young person on a video game just playing, just doing it? A flow state is where you let go and you just enjoy. You have fun. You know, you get involved with emotions. You feel free. Your movement is free. And a great way to deal with this would be to sing songs. All right? Just sing a song in the shower, dancing around. You got movement, you got happiness, you got all this sensory, multi-sensories getting involved, which will make things move into flow. Just dancing around in your pajamas, singing a song at the top of your voice. It's going to be liberating. And that's how you move into flow. You have fun. You enjoy it. And that's the second key to stop overthinking. You must enjoy it. Right, the third part. Translating in your head. To stop translating, use the words that you already know. Like I said, there's lots of them back here. We're bringing them forward. Build up new words. Write them in a book. Add them to your repertoire. Add them to your daily conversations, whether you're talking in your head, whether you're talking on your phone and recording it. Add new words. Now, I'm going to tell you the tips, the 3 top tips I recommend. Number 1, build a segment for English only, whether it's first thing in the morning or when you've got an hour spare, but separate a time slot in your day for English only. Maybe put up some post-it notes on the mirrors or wherever you're going to see them constantly. Make sure you have this time slot specifically, either with a friend, like a communication friend, language exchange. There's apps for that. Or whether you just set an hour aside in your diary. But have that safe space where you can be free to make mistakes, have fun and relax and just actually speak some English. All right? They say it should be 30% knowledge, learning, absorbing in, and 70% of words coming out. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, speak out loud as much as you can. Whether you're in the car, whether you're in the shower, whether you're on the toilet, whether you're walking back from work or something. Speak as much as you can every single day. Speak. As much as you can. And also maybe record some of it. You see where you're going. You got to get those hours of speaking in. Whether it's to somebody else, whether it's to your phone, or whether it's just to your God or the universe. Keep speaking as much as you can. It's like riding a bicycle. You get better and better and you get faster and faster. But in the beginning, speak slowly and clearly. Have fun. All right, tip number 3. Have a book. I've got a couple of books. I've got one book here for English. There's lots and lots of amazing English words that I love, that I write down. And I have another book for the language I'm learning currently, Albanian. Oh. So, write down the word that you like, an interesting word. And then, this is the key bit, write out a sentence. Well, write 3 sentences with that word. Maybe it's perplex. Maybe it's digress. But Google it, find out what it is, learn to pronounce it, and put it in some sentences so your brain connects with it. Not only are you writing, which is movement, but you're also thinking about it, you're looking at it, and you're using your creative part of your brain to put it into a sentence. So those 3 or 4 actions will help cement it into your vocabulary, your lexicon, and then you will be able to grow and build. So you'll sound more interesting, as well as, obviously, adjectives. So that's the 3 tips, really. It's kind of that easy. You just got to stop overthinking, you've got to stop translating, and you just got to have fun. Keep speaking, having fun. I recommend learning a new song every single week, and just mess around, dancing around in your pajamas, and sing. Or if it's videos you prefer, watch a video or a film with no subtitles, especially if it makes you laugh or it connects with some emotion. Films, music, brilliant ways. Reading out loud or to a child, maybe like a bedtime story. All these things will really help. And with the bedtime story, you add in emotion. You engage with it, especially when you're talking to your child. And you say, maybe it's talking about the big bad wolf. I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll brew your house down. All these things really help your brain cement these words and these non-translating energy and memories to make your English more fluent. Because that's the key. Being more fluent is just literally becoming more comfortable with using the language. Just being comfortable. All right? So being fluent doesn't mean that you have to be an academic or a professor in university. It literally just means comfortable to be able to talk freely about your daily life. And that best way to do that is engage with a passion, with fun, with flow. All right, so that's it. That's the 3 tips. If you've got any tips or anything that you prefer to use to help you learn language, put them in the comments below. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now. You stuck around a bit longer. Maybe you want to see behind the scenes. Here we are, behind the scenes. Not such a pretty picture from this side, but actually I'm looking out the window to a mountain. Well, a big hillside with some houses on the hillside. And with all this sunshine. No sunshine today, but with this sunshine 300 days of the year, yeah, it's a lovely place to live. All right, so you probably heard my last video. I told you all about living here, why I find it exciting and things like that. This time, I just want to tell you about the program. I got a 6-week program being developed and ready for launch at the beginning of December. If you're interested in being more fluid and fluent, and maybe you're a manager and you need to learn about presentations and just standing up and speaking to groups, take a look. It might be for you. If not, don't worry about it. All right. Otherwise, nothing else has changed. Things are moving forward. I'm working hard. I'm enjoying being here. I love getting out. I recently went up in a cable car up to a mountain. That was amazing. It really was. If you want to see that, just message me down below. That's it, really. Just, yeah, connect. Ask me some questions, and I'll see what I can do to help out. See you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.